Travis Wayne Goodsell. I was born and raised in the covenant of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints that claim that Joseph Smith is our founding prophet, seer, revelator, translator of Paleo, Hebrew, and Egyptian, and in the keystone of our religion, which is the Book of Mormon, which, 1 Nephi, chapter 1, verse 2, says very plain, pure, and preciously that it is made in the learning of the Jews and the language of the Egyptians. And so as a little kid, I'm reading this and I'm going, I want to learn what the learning of the Jews is and the language of the Egyptians. Nobody would give me access to learn. Nobody knew the answers. It was never taught to me. That is unacceptable for me as a little white privileged kid. And so I ended up becoming an anti-Mormon, antichrist, apostate, Korahor, proving that the Book of Mormon is true. Joseph Smith, true. Wait, what? Yeah, amazing, huh? And so the big horror for me has been, why haven't Mormons figured this out? Why are Mormons attacking me for confirming as fact that Joseph Smith and the Book of Mormon are true? It doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand. What the hell is wrong with you? Why are you persecuting me for telling you that our religion of the Book of Mormon and Joseph Smith is true? It doesn't make sense. What the hell, Mormons? And so, the other day, yesterday or 2 days ago or whenever I did it, I dropped the bomb, baby. I dropped the bomb on you. Bethlehem is not where people think it is. And so yes, everybody is celebrating the birth of Jesus tomorrow, except for the Jews and Islamists and Hindus, Buddhists. Only Christians and the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. As Nelson did his Sunday evening post on Instagram, believing that I won't be able to access it. Oh, Nelson, you silly little boy. Silly little boy. You never learn, do you? You're supposed to have this great memory, and yet you never learn. And so, having deciphered Paleo-Hebrew, and thus deciphering the learning of the Egyptians and the language of the Egyptians too, for some reason I was led to check the Luxor Temple. Not sure what it was that prompted me to do that. But whatever it was, I go to it, I see the Egyptian spelling of it, and I went, oh, Bethlehem. Joseph could do it, so could I. I don't even use rocks in a hat. And this is where Mormons expose their stupidity, because they're trying to prove that both the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and the Book of Mormon with Joseph Smith are together true, and it can't be done. Just like Christians cannot be true with Judaism. They're not the same. And so as a result, you get apologists who lie to make a defense of something that is indefensible because it's not logically true. And so, sure enough, 1 Nephi chapter 1 verse 2 proves itself true yet again. I'd already figured this out. I already deciphered Paleo-Hebrew. That led me to deciphering Egyptian, which has never been deciphered by any Egyptologist on the face of the earth, because they're doing the learning of the Greeks and the language of the Egyptians from the Rosetta Stone. That's why they pronounce as Waset. Those are the phonemes from the Greek to turn it into Waset. And we call it Luxor or Thebes, depending on whether it's Greek or a more modern term. And so this should have Mormons going, oh yeah, I already know about all this, and we would be taught it in seminary, being taught Egyptian and Hebrew growing up. No. Instead, we're lied to. You'll notice that they only footnote A for language. They don't footnote the Jews. They don't even footnote Egyptians, apparently. Interesting. But language refers us to Mosiah 1:4, where we are told that the brass plates are Egyptian. And the Lehi knew Egyptian and taught it to his children. Mormon chapter 9, verse 32 tells us that the two languages of the Nephites was Hebrew and Egyptian. And yeah, they reformed it, and nobody apparently seems to know that reformed simply means the linear script. Oh my God. Everybody makes stuff up to prove the church is both Christian and Jewish at the same time. You can't do that. You can't be both hot and cold. You're lukewarm. You gotta pick one. You gotta pick right, otherwise you're gonna shrivel into bones and dust. So says Indiana Jones. You chose wrong. Wrong Holy Grail. I don't think they intended to make, because they were pushing Christianity. No. And so, this is where Mormons have to hide 1 Nephi 11 from the world. Where it says, the city of Nazareth into Judea. Well, this is Luke. Luke actually gets this wrong. And Luke says, the city of Nazareth into Judea unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem. Bethlehem and Nazareth, as we know it, are not the same city. They're two different locations. And yet, Luke is saying they're one and the same. No. But yes. Because Luke was not written by a Christian after Christianity was created by Roman Emperor Constantine. It was Constantine, with his creation of Christianity, that they then went back and said, this is Bethlehem, that is Nazareth, and we're going to ignore Luke, and this is Golgotha, this is the tomb, this is etc. They altered the meaning and intent of the Jewish author. That's why Joseph Smith calls Christianity and the First Creed all wrong, abominable, and corrupt. Why don't you believe him, Mormons? He's your founder. I'm a Mormon just like you. I found out he was true. Why are you hating on me? If the prophets of this church are going against Joseph Smith in the Book of Mormon, they're wrong. These are the core of Mormonism. Joseph is the founder. The Book of Mormon is the keystone. Believe them first and foremost. Anybody who preaches against it is wrong. I have confirmed truth. And so this is where the church is exposed as a great evil because of what they've done to Mormons. And this is why the virgin is fair and white. And so his name is supposed to be Emmanuel. And lo and behold, in Nazareth, Bethlehem, is the temple of the sun god Amun. Amun, El, God Amun. This is easy stuff. And yeah, I'm the decipherer, but seriously? You couldn't check Gardner's sign list to say, oh, what is that moon half thing? And you hover over it, and it leads you to the sign list, and you go to the sign list, and oh, bread, okay. Then the rectangle with a little opening, you click on it or hover over it, shows you the coding for Gardner, and you go to that, and oh, a house of bread. Huh. Maybe you don't know what Bethlehem means. Maybe you don't know that Beth is home, house, and Lachem is bread, house of bread. This is basic translation. Simple and easy, and I'm the only one on the face of the earth who just revealed it to you. Nobody else knows this. Nobody else is smart enough, and despite their PhDs. Book of Mormon is true. How many more thousands of videos do I need to do before Mormons will believe me? It's just sick and wrong. And I can even go on further, because Nazareth in Hebrew is spelled very similar to Mitzrayim in Genesis. And Noah has the sons, and then they're dividing up the earth. Ham is given the land of Egypt, which Ham is Egypt. It's just nobody's smart enough to figure that out. But then the author puts in as one of his children Mitzrayim. But nobody deciphered Paleo-Hebrew to make the connection as I just did this morning when I was checking on it. Oh, yep. Nazareth, Mitzrayim, the same. Just different prefix determinative and suffix determinatives. That's it. That's all. And I can go into a full video on that, but we're not. So there's a teaser for you. You can go to academia.edu and you can look it up and you can see, oh, okay, that's what Travis is talking about. Right? Because high priest, water pouring out, Mitzrayim, beginning and the end, the core, root word is the same in both. Dividing of the waters, dry land appears. Egypt, Nile River, birth, Amen, Moses. Ringing any bells? It's not just one translation. Real simple, easy breezy cover girl stuff. And it's not Maybelline. So, so frustrating. Mormons just are unbelievers. So, Stanford had a comment on, he finally got around to an old video now. Book of Mormon visions of Seer Isaiah are the spirit of prophecy, and the Book of Revelation, I think it was. Sweet little sister Jessica, who didn't realize that she was being a naughty girl, but it was her mission president who posted it for her as a missionary under him and to her parents and state president. She didn't realize that she's not allowed to expose Oakes as revealing that he's the enemy. Should have caught on when Joseph Smith said Christianity is all wrong, abominable, and corrupt. So therefore the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is, all wrong, abominable, and corrupt. If you knew your Egyptian stories, you'd see the prophecies of the Jews as to why that is. So, no, we got to do the other one too. Oh, where was that? Oh, those books. You see this? I had to pull them out. So, no, we can still do Donna, who's got a crush on me, and when her bursted bubble was burstified. Stanford. So he's impressed. Wow, never did any verse of scripture. He's being funny. He's quoting Joseph Smith. Good for you, Stanford. See, he gets it. He understands. I.e. the whore, female, woman, left eye, religion, the church, Babylon. RMN, I'll wrestle Marion Nelson's wife, fornicator. See, he gets it, not just one translation. Of the whole earth. Enter into the heart of men with such force as one did, at this time to mine. Clarity. Now, he doesn't know about the Clarity Corporation that was exposed as a criminal cult. So clarity is a trigger word for me about that organization, but he doesn't know about it, so I'm letting it go. Breathe, Travis, breathe. So yes, if you happen to hear people talking, and especially if you're watching older stuff from the time when that Clarity group was around, you can see what kind of a national impact they were having before they got busted, as psychologists specifically were using Clarity to spread it, because that group was a psycho group. Anyway, again, it's like the two-edged sword, and he put S in parentheses, knowing that it has to do with word. And so I don't understand why you're asking me this question. You know the answer. That divides asunder both joints and marrow, of which Joseph wrote DNC 4:2, the S word. That means something else. Of truth God cuts. It is the instrument of the harvest in the white field all ready to be burned. That's from another Doctrine and Covenants passage. The sickle. He puts a question mark. What is the sickle used by those who seek to bring forth and establish Zion? And he's referring to verse 6. What is the reason the sickle used? What is the reason why the sickle is used to gather together the saints? Section 101, verse 64. And the key of Moses, and the power and authority to gather the saints to Zion in the 11th hour. Oh, Stanford, yeah, I know. Last night, I was just crushed. Again, I'm being told, Travis, it's got to be extended. I'm just, oh no. I probably should do a separate video on that. But briefly, yeah, we're going into overtime. Overtime. The 11th hour is in February. The 12th hour, or actually, oh crap. December or March 30th. That's the final day. And so I'd have to do the video, because there's a whole bunch of pictures that I now have to make, and I just, oh my god, I just wanted to cry. No, I'm not going to be able to survive. I'm on Trump's hit list. Just, oh my god, I was just devastated. And so, yeah, this line upon line sucks. Give me the end result and then lay out the steps to get there. Dear God, pissed me off. The Spirit knows I was going to be unhappy with this. The Spirit knew. The whole time, this whole time. He knew, and he still did it line upon line. Bastard. Or while the day lasts. PNC 14:3, 11th hour, 33, 3 to 7. Are you giving me more scripture videos to do since we got more overtime? Hey Travis, 3 more months. Sucks to be you. So DNC 33, 3 and 7, so we'll check that one out. While the day lasts, I'm not sure about that one. It still corresponds with Matthew saying, pray that it's not in winter. It's still going to be winter until March 21st, somewhere around there. That's usually what it is. Please clarify. So, remember your little S word? Yeah, you got it. See, what is a sickle? You know, when Isaiah talks about turning swords into plowshares, it's also into sickles. You're becoming a farmer. But they are still weapons. The plowshares and the sickle, they're still weapons. You can still kill people with it. But yes, they're both the word, just like the sword is the word. And so the plowshares are the planting of the word, just like a sword. Cuts like a knife. It's the word that what's his name? I'm thinking Brian, but it's not. It bugs me because I can see the music video from MTV when I saw it as a kid, staying up late at night watching it on TV down below my parents' master bedroom in the family room, I guess it would be called. Where, the woman is in her swimsuit, right? Or is she naked and we just don't see her naked? And I think she's in a swimsuit. But the pool has no water. Oh no, she's going to dive into a pool that has no water. She's going to die. No, she doesn't die. Brian Adams? It's bugging me. Bugging me. Bugging. Oh my God. Brian Adams, yeah. Cuts like a knife. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And so, yeah, when you're reaping with a sickle, that's the fruit. You're collecting the fruit of the word. So you know the answer. You knew it. And so, Donna, she apparently has a deep crush on Matt Gaetz. She's got his poster up on the wall. Apparently he's naked, and to protect Matt Gaetz from others who might come into her bedroom, like her parents or her bishop. She put a paper fig leaf over his naughty naughties, so that when they're there, they only see the fig leaf. And then when they leave, she pulls a little tab to reveal his naughty naughties, like a pop-up book. And so, when she saw, as a Mormon girl, a video recommended to her by YouTube, because she's not able to think for herself and choose what to watch on YouTube. She immediately clicked on it. It's her boy toy. Oh, Matt, prostitute me and sex traffic me too. See what I did? Me too. I'm losing it. Oh my God. Okay, they're all 5 hours, so it's unclear as to which one was first. Oh, dear God. And so she watches the clip, and then, oh no, I'm ruining her boy toy crush. I'm tainting his name with the news clip. You have to understand Mormonism to understand why she just emotionally freaked out on me. I served my mission in New York, New York, under Creel Cofford mostly. William Barton, I think it was, for the first couple of months until Creel Cofford took over. And and all of the missionaries from Utah all bragged of giving a Book of Mormon, or saying that they knew somebody who gave a Book of Mormon to Hollywood celebrities, government leaders, etc. And yeah, you also have those who say they met so-and-so and so-and-so. Yeah, I met Adam and Lucifer in Manhattan. Remember? The church has a temple endowment video, multiple ones. They have characters who play the cast members. And this is a thing that comes from their ancestors at the time of Joseph Smith, who loved to boast and brag, framing and blaming Joseph, so that they can do what they're doing. And so yeah, they're trying to boast that the church is true because celebrities got Book of Mormons. I'm drawing a blank on the late night comedy guy from yonder years when we were out on our mission, who's famous, and I'm drawing a blank on his name. I see him right there, wearing the glasses. I can see him behind his desk. And yet, in fact, one of my missionary companions thought we'd go to one of his shows. We'd show up in line to get to his show. And he didn't understand that it's pre-recorded earlier that day for the evening. I didn't know either, but nonetheless, that's how it was done. And he thought we'd go to Manhattan to catch the show. And so, yeah, we smelled the pea aroma eau de toilette of Manhattan. And we got to the building where supposedly his show took place, and it was closed, obviously. Nobody was standing in line waiting for tickets. But nonetheless, it was a nice little adventure touring New York. I have other experiences that I've told you over the years, and more that I haven't told. I want to retire so I can do my memoirs, but I'm not being allowed to retire. My God, I'm just crushed. Seriously, I am crushed. And so yes, we have to include Oakes and his threat and to explain it. Oh, dear God. But, yeah, this is Mormon thought process. They have to prove that the Christian and Jewish mix is true. And so they create things to say it's true, when I just did science for you for the Book of Mormon. You don't need to make stuff up. Let the Book of Mormon stand on its own. And Mormons can't do it So Donna can't do it. And so here's a Matt Gaetz government thing that I thought was hilarious. And sure enough it was. It triggered her. Because the video talks about Matt Gaetz being Mormon for 4 years. Which again is another Mormonism. Trying to get people to join the church by saying, wow, you're doing everything that a Mormon would do. Why don't you just join? I have to pay? Why do I have to pay? Well, because we prostitute our wives. Even 16 and 17-year-old girls. Happy are you? And so for a Mormon not to know Mormon traditions and culture, it surprises me. I'm Mormon, born and raised in the covenant. I know all this stuff. Why don't Mormons? Who do it? It makes no sense. Oh my hell. And so Donna says, as we'll do her flagged one by YouTube last, she says, so what? And a whole bunch of question marks. Do not understand the seriousness of Gaetz's crimes. Prostitution, sex trafficking, and the one who's 17 at the time. They came forward. It's not that the FBI are spying on Matt Gaetz and went, oh, yeah, we got him. We got him. Those women came forward to notify the cops of what he had done to them. And yes, drugs and other stuff too. And so if they're falsely accusing him, their lawyer is in big trouble. Because their lawyer can't take on a case where he knowingly knows that his client is lying to him to frame and destroy the life of another person. He would lose his license, he would be disbarred, he'd be imprisoned. And so a lawyer has to vet people who come to them. Those women have to provide him with evidence so that he can have a case, so that he can trust this case. Because this is a high-profile congressman. And so this is not some thing where you can just say, no, it isn't. It's not true. You can't deny it. You know, like 1 Nephi chapter 1. No, it doesn't say Jews. It's Christian. It's Jesus. Nope. It doesn't work on a guy like me who knows the truth. And in a court of law, you have to use truth. You have to present the evidence. And so those women went before Congress. You can't lie to Congress either. Those women would go to prison along with their lawyer. This is very serious. And I've done the videos. Matt Gaetz was interviewed by the FBI over this. And the FBI let him go. And so these women are still pushing and went to Congress to bypass the FBI, who failed to do their job. That's why they got a lawyer. But the news is not reminding you that the FBI neglected to pursue charges against Gates. God. And so those women knew very well that Gates cannot run for Attorney General. It was Attorney General, wasn't it? Or was it no. FBI Director? I think it was FBI Director, not Attorney General, or something like that. I'm pretty sure it was the FBI Director. Which, yes, it was, because the FBI let him go. Yeah, I remember sending Merrick Garland a notification of that, laughing at him. You neglected me, all my tips of evidence. And now, because you let Matt Gaetz go, Trump is now putting him in your place. Laughter. Dumbass. And so, yeah, he is the Attorney General now. So, yeah, he failed to, Attorney General. Ray is the FBI Director, who's quit. And I got on his case through the FBI tip line too. I need references. I only have associative memory. And so listen to this. I've heard Mormons justify wickedness in the same manner. Gates has said that he is innocent. Well, yeah, he's innocent until proven guilty. But that's the whole point, that these women have to have the evidence. They can't bring a frivolous lawsuit. And so Gates has got to be able to explain why the evidence means he's not guilty. Because it's a little bit difficult when they've got evidence. But that's why you have a defense attorney in due process, to make sure that the prosecution ain't trying to cheat the system and lock up an innocent person on death row, hoping that the president will pardon him. I'm aware of what's going on in the news. And these charges, and I believe him. Me too. And that's what destroyed the Me Too movement. Of all of the news pushing, you must believe the accused, you must believe the woman who was raped. And as a result, frauds came forward to destroy the Me Too movement, who were falsely accusing people. And Smollett apparently was released, something like that. That was weird. What the hell? But another woman this year, not too long ago, earlier this month or last month, the one who 20 years ago claimed that hockey players or somebody, a group of guys, raped her. And they went to prison. They've been in prison for 20 years. And then she comes out and says, yeah, no, I lied. Same thing here. Those women can't lie. They should get busted. She should get busted if they're lying. So it's not an opinion thing of who you choose to believe. Evidence, seed produces the fruit. That's science. The Book of Mormon is not true because you believe it's true. The Book of Mormon is true because it's scientifically true. And I just did it again for you today. Mormons cannot understand this. And this is the damage that is causing beyond Mormon damage. Their Mormons are taking this falsehood into their daily lives and into government and national situations. You're not supposed to believe. You're supposed to let him have his day in court with due process. You're not supposed to let him go. You're supposed to give due process. So, then, here's why I talked about the picture. She's projecting. She is incapable of defending the content of my words. She can only lash out with projections. Beam and mote. Oh, that's in the Bible, isn't it? It's also in the Book of Mormon, plagiarized. Cool. Book of Mormon is so true, isn't it, Donna? She doesn't believe so, because she's doing it. The room that he is streaming from. Nope, not streaming, it's recording. YouTube tells you if I'm streaming. You don't see streaming. I'm not streaming. Recording. This is pre-recorded at 7:18 right now. In the morning. And so she's talking about the room. You only see this. I don't pan the camera around to show you all the stuff. I don't take you into the bathroom to show you the Stargate in my toilet. I don't think I ever did that video for you guys. If you've ever seen Stargate, you know what happens with the Stargate when they dial in an address. That's my toilet. I have to be very careful not to get sucked into the wormhole. And so all she sees is me, and I don't think was I wearing the white shirt? Because apparently she doesn't know about the second vision of Joseph Smith. Mormons just don't get it. They don't judge me by my fruit, and so they are denying the signs that are made readily available for any Mormon to see. So that you would understand. Even the boxes. 3rd Nephi, Jesus telling Nephi, where's the records of Samuel? Send me all the records. Hello? But Mormons who don't believe in the Word, don't recognize the fruit as true, and don't even recognize the signs that follow them that believe. This is how blinded Mormons are. This is the great stumbling block that the church has put on them with the cover-up on the Book of Mormon as another testament of Jesus Christ. She literally has been made stupid. And that darkness of mind of hers is now leading her to hate and to threaten with verbal attacks, for one of which she got flagged for. This is what the church did to her. And she refuses to pull out. And she crossed the line for YouTube standards and values, which are very high when it comes to me. Because you got to understand, YouTube has been under attack for a decade of how they're abusing their creators. That teenagers are killing themselves because of the bullying abuse of people like Donna on YouTube and other social media channels, sites, whatever. And YouTube refuses to stop them, to protect their own creators. And after 2023 in February, it's still last year, I can't remember, the beginning of December, I thought we were in 2025 as I'm talking about 2025 and last year. Supposed to do that after 2025 and say that earlier this year and put 2024 on checks. You see, kids, back in our day, when we were younger, at your age, we had these things called checkbooks with a checking account. Look up Leonardo DiCaprio and a particular movie with Tom Hanks, based on a true story. As to why we're now doing criminal Bitcoin, cloud currency. Oh my God. And so YouTube, as I've noticed, has been attacking women, sexually abusing female creators on YouTube. They won't stop. Even as Congress again called them in saying, what the hell are you guys doing? They won't stop. They are on a religious abusive tear, using as their standards and values Christian standards and values of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Women are porn to them because of that. Pisses me off because I want women's fashion. And YouTube's the perfect place for it, but YouTube is now attacking these women. And I've told you about Beth from way back as a child. Yeah, house. And you add the yod in the middle for Bayet, for daughter. But nonetheless, it's one and the same, sort of. I'd have to explain it to you. Because it has to do with Pharaoh's daughter. No, she's the queen, not the daughter. Daughters can't raise kids all by themselves, especially in Egypt during that time. If you were to call it literal history, which you're not supposed to. But, and so, yeah, this is the consequences of YouTube's abuse. And they finally flagged one that crossed their line. But the Mormon, the other day with the other Mormon who attacked me, even though he was flagged, and I reported him, YouTube let him go. And he came back and attacked me again. What's the point of reporting people that you yourself flag if you're not going to keep them away from me? Unbelievable. So, the room that I am streaming from is a complete comparison of what his mind is like. Yeah. Joseph Smith's second vision. Moses, look at his serpent and you'll be healed. 3 Nephi 11, Jesus saying to Nephi, bring me all the records of the history of the people. Where's Samuel the Lamanite, who testified of the latter days, 2017 to 2024, with overtime and pre-show stuff? Till March 30th. Yeah, this is exactly what my mind is like. On purpose. That's why I don't have my kitchen in the background. Wrong setting for what I'm trying to present. So yes, she's right, but she's misinterpreting it. because she has to prove the church is true. The lies that he is expressing, oops, beam and mote, and Deuteronomy 19, false accusers. And that's why the picture on her bedroom wall is a complete fabrication. The lies are a fabrication? So I'm telling truth? I can't even take it any longer. Goodbye. So I should have read the flagged one first. She didn't need to do that. If she disapproves, she doesn't believe, she just leaves. And unfortunately, YouTube would, under normal circumstances, if she just left, flood her feed with my videos. And so, this is what she got flagged for before she said goodbye. And so again, remember, YouTube flagged this. They should. It's kind of tame compared to the other guy that got flagged and let loose. But she says, this man. See, again, she's not talking to me. You know, it's like she has a crush on me. She was hoping that I'm a fan of Matt Gaetz too, and that maybe I can send her a dick pic. Ain't gonna happen. Nope. Because your bishop's gonna see it and go, Travis, why is he on your wall? I'm telling on you to the Strengthening Church Members Committee. This is going down on your membership record. No sacrament for you for 3 months. Take that down. Give it to me. I'll make sure it's destroyed. Then he'll put it up on his bed. Honey, what's this? Who is he? Why is that porn on our wall? Oh my God. I'm going to have to take you to your bishop, honey, and get you into family services for your addiction to porn. And they'll put you on drugs and electroshock therapy. What Donna is doing is inciting the mob against me. This is the abuse that YouTube was supposed to stop, and they won't. They flagged her, but they won't. They'll let her go, because the Mormon will say, she's Mormon, I gotta protect her, Helaman chapter 6, I gotta do it. Travis is verse 24, so we have to do it. The Strengthening Church Members Committee told me to do so. By Jesus, through the living prophet who told them. Oh, dear God. And so, yes, this man sounds like it's a fallacy argument. That's not evidence. Can't use it in court. You know, it's like, I felt Matt Gaetz raped me. No. Sorry, sweetie. Not good enough. Gotta have the evidence. And so the adult women, yeah, they've got the receipts of him paying for sex. And if they were the ones that were sex trafficked out of the state to another state for sex, likewise, they've got the receipts. They have the plane tickets and all that. Your feelings are worthless. They cannot be validated. They have no weight alone. You should have trusted the Book of Mormon, Donna, and you didn't. It's right there, Alma chapter 32, starting in verse 28. It tells you the difference between your feelings versus producing the results of the seed. You never bothered to, because the church lied to you and had you manifest the truth from Moroni. You can't remove things, change definitions by trying to prove that the church is both Christian and Jewish at the same time. Can't be done. Avraham Gileadi learned the hard way. You get excommunicated for that. And so she says, I sound like a stupid person. Stupid is as stupid as. That doesn't know what he's talking about. I know exactly what I'm talking about. She's now lying. See the beam in the moat? She's accusing me of being a liar. And she just lied. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I am the foremost anthropologist of the ancient Middle East. Probably the only one. Because I deciphered Paleo-Hebrew, which led to deciphering Egyptian. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I did the clips. I know exactly that the news isn't lying to me about it. And the Ivanka bombshell that nobody else remembered that they covered in the news. Trump wants Panama back to give Trump Tower back to Ivanka. Real simple. Trump is not difficult. He's not complex. He's not complicated. He's an easy person to figure out, know what he's planning on doing. And apparently everybody wants to forget and get amnesia about him. Unbelievable. And so she then goes, what a all caps stupid man. So I bursted her little crush bubble on me and Matt Gaetz, and so she lashes out with anger. And this is why I don't understand why people who are abused protect their abuser. The church has abused Donna, and she's protecting the church by attacking me, who is trying to warn her the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is evil. Joseph Smith says they're evil. Book of Mormon says they're evil. The Bible says they're evil. Hello. And she will not get it. On purpose. So yes, I'm the one who gave Trump the Book of Mormon. It's the picture I did not too long ago. Hilarious. So, to finish off, even though we're over an hour, you made me pull it out of the box. So we got this. We might be able to open it. We'll see if they talk about it. So just to make sure that Mormons understand, I'm not making things up. This is from the church's curriculum at the BYUs. This was at Rick's when I was there. The Roger R. Keller was a teacher of mine in the Book of Mormon class, I think it was. But yeah, this is their attempt to teach Mormons about other religions. rather than just exclusive Mormon stuff. And so, under the Jews, you can see Torah and then Messiah. This is what we're going to read from. You can get your own copy if you don't already have it. Or did you give it back and get 2 cents out of the $500 that you had to pay for it? Why are you taking classes and not keeping the textbooks? Are you not planning on going into that as your career? You're just a surface Mormon? Should I make that a picture for you? Nazareth and Metzrium? I don't know if I can simplify it for the general audience. Alright. Notice how, being the holidays, my camera is not getting hacked. I notice. This is what they claim. It's wrong, but nonetheless, this is what they claim. They're purposely leaving out information, because the Book of Mormon says it's Jewish. So this is kind of important. Even as you go down in chapter 1, in verse 19, he tells the Jews who mocked him because of the things that he testified from the book, that truly testified of their wickedness and abominations, all wrong, abominable, and corrupt. And he testified that the things which he saw and heard and the things which he read in the book manifested plainly of the coming of a Messiah. Notice they don't say Christ. That's Jewish. The Greek is Christ. And so, Messiah. This is Mormons protecting the church so that Mormons get lied to and deceived from. And you can't download this book off of the church's website like you can the others. You have to pay for this exclusive copyrighted material, which they got wrong. Sort of. They are true in what they do say, but it's incomplete, maliciously incomplete. The Jewish concept of the Messiah, parentheses, quotation, anointed one, end quotation, and parentheses, has always been that of a human being reigning over an earthly kingdom. Coming of a Messiah. A human being reigning over the earthly kingdom. Every single Mormon in the class who comes across this should be going, wait a minute, so the Book of Mormon, being Jewish, talking about a Messiah, is about an earthly man? No. But yes, because Jesus has a body of flesh and bone as tangible as man's, who can defy the laws of physics by coming from outer space, and his father raping his mother as a 14-year-old girl who's his daughter. It has been suggested they didn't want to put in the truth, and so they're making something up. Unbelievable. I want to scream. I'm gonna scream. Don't make me scream. You're gonna make me scream. It should be in this file. Is it under Messiah? Oh. Oops. Oh, I have the picture with Joseph Smith's for it. Okay. So we'll use that. Because the picture that I have, that I've made and I've used in videos before. Oh, no, that's. Oh. That's not it. So let's try this file. I should have it. Shouldn't be deleted. Oh no! It's not labeled correctly or it's gone. So I gotta find it. I'm gonna have to stop the video to find it. Crap. That could be why. There it is. Yeah, that's why. It has the Jewish spelling rather than the English. Okay. So I'm going to read this after the failure of the Mormons, who are protecting the church by lying to their students. And so it has been suggested that it arose in 3 stages. Dear God, no. The first grew out of God's promise to David that there would be, born in Bethlehem, by the way. Thus, Jesus wasn't born in Bethlehem. He's the son of David, and thus the prophecy, the learning of the Jews, that there would be an unbroken line of his descendants who would rule Israel. Do I need to read section 103, verse 17, Mormons? Who's Israel? The second was to look for a ruler who would reunite a divided Israel. They will not tell you the truth. And extend Israel's control over the neighboring lands. The third stage was to move from a stress on a Davidic dynasty to one which highlighted the qualities of the king patriarchy, particularly the quality of justice. However, the Messiah was defined. He was always God's agent. Rabbinic thought further defined the messianic role. The Messiah was expected to attain for Israel the idyllic blessings of the prophets. He was to defeat the enemies of Israel, restore the people to the land, reconcile them with God, and introduce a period of spiritual and physical bliss. He was to be a prophet, a warrior. I am the warrior. Judge, king, and teacher of the Book of Mormon. Torah. And so yes, the Jewish quote from a rabbi is correct, but they purposely said what they said first to then use the portion of the quote to reaffirm what they just led you astray with. Common apologetic tactic of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And so, Messiah ben Joseph, in Hebrew pronounced as Mashiach, which is different than the other Jewish rabbi on YouTube that I talked about the other day. He said the Moshiach. This is Mashiach. Notice the difference in the vowels. Get rid of vowels. It's going to confuse you. Ben Yosef. Messiah, son of Joseph of Egypt. By J. Emmanuel Shoshet, or Shoket. And it's from the Sikos, or Sishos, it's Sikos, in English collection. This is Appendix 2. Jewish tradition speaks of two redeemers, each one called Messiah. Both are involved in ushering in the Messianic era. They are Messiah ben David and Messiah ben Joseph. The term Messiah, unqualified, always refers to Messiah ben David. Messiah, the descendant of David, of the tribe of Judah, phonetically the same. He is the actual, final Redeemer, who shall rule in the Messianic age. All that was said in our texts relates to him. And so, all their texts? Yep. Which means the New Testament. They're not Christian. And what was rejected from the Christian compilation of Jewish texts called the Bible. You know, like those Gnostics. Gotta include them. And the Apocrypha, even though that was written after Constantine for the some part, but nonetheless, you can know by seeing if there's a Christian element involved, then you know it's not Jewish. You know, like the Gospel of Pilate. Christian, not Jewish. Nonetheless, it can be of value if you can identify the Jewish portion that he's plagiarizing. in his Christianized document. Okay? And so thus the Book of Mormon. It's all about him. I just read it to you from the Book of Mormon. Don't you believe it? The Book of Mormon is talking about the Jewish Christ. Here it is, from the Jews' own words. Because you're not going to believe the Book of Mormon on it. You're not going to believe Joseph Smith on it. Not even believe in the Bible. Messiah ben Joseph, Messiah, the descendant of Joseph, of the tribe of Ephraim, the son of Joseph, is also referred to as Messiah ben Ephraim. Messiah, the descendant of Ephraim. He will come first, before the final Redeemer, and later will serve as his viceroy. Which is kind of hilarious of the one George Albert Smith talks about Joseph Smith coming back as a zombie. But I only show you the clip about the nuke, which apparently, because Trump won, the test was so successful, the plot is gonna be canceled. I'm still gonna have a whole bunch of people saying, "Oh, where's the nukes? The nukes didn't fall." George Albert Smith, not me. Hello, I'm trying to warn you about the threat that they're posing. They rigged the election with AI in the voting machines, right, YouTube? Anyway, moving on. The essential task of Messiah ben Joseph is to act as precursor to Messiah ben David. So he's rewording the same information over and over again. He's trying to be very clear on this. He will prepare the world for the coming of the final Redeemer. And if any of your associative memories are tingling, yes, Joseph Smith. It's in the Book of Mormon. 2 Nephi chapter 3. Different sources attribute to him different functions, some even charging him with tasks traditionally associated with Messiah ben David. They are messiahs, after all, such as the ingathering of the exiles. Not quite. One is the plowshares, the other is the sickle. Joseph is the plowshare, I'm the sickle, I'm the reaper. That would be a cool picture, to get a plowshare character, put Joseph's face over it, and then a reaper, well, I already have that one. Put my face over it. Messiah ben Joseph and Messiah ben David. Okay, the rebuilding of Bet Hamikdash, and so forth. The principal and final function ascribed to Messiah ben Joseph is of political and military nature. He says he shall wage war against the forces of evil that oppress Israel and lose. More specifically, he will do battle against Babylon, Edom, the descendants of Esau. Edom is the comprehensive designation of the enemies of Israel. Remember Jacob? It's not let God prevail. And it will be crushed through the progeny of Joseph. Thus it was prophesied of old, the house of Jacob will be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. The day that shall burn as an oven, abomination of desolation, the Greeks taking over the Jerusalem temple, destroying the altar, rebuilding it, offering pig sacrifices, and the prostitution of women. The great and abominable church. Obadiah 1:18. The progeny of Esau shall be delivered only into the hands of the progeny of Joseph. The ultimate confrontation between Joseph and Esau is alluded already in the very birth of Joseph, when his mother Rachel exclaimed, God, it was a Jew, because he's leaving out the O also. It's a title, it's not a name. Has taken away my disgrace. Genesis 3:30-23. With prophetic vision she foresaw. Seer? Calling a woman a seer? What? That can't be true. Oakes made it very clear. Women can never have priesthood and priesthood office. That's why they don't accept the Jews, because the Jews give it to women. That an anointed Savior will descend from Joseph, also from David, and that he will remove the disgrace of Israel. Who's Israel, Mormons? Who? If you're not paying attention to this video, you missed it. In this context, she called his name Yosef, saying Yosef Hashem. And Ishmael, the name of Yah, is the sun god. The name. May God add to me Ben Archer. Literally another son. And that's where they make the mistake of assuming that that's the meaning of Joseph. No. Yah of the reed, which is hilarious because it's from Egyptian. It's a repeat. Yah. Yosef, which in Egyptian the reed symbol is Yah phonetically, from the learning of the Greeks. Hilarious. One who will be at the end of the world's time, from which it follows that Meshuach, you're using a different Messiah spelling? Interesting. Malachimah, one anointed for battle, will descend from Joseph. Messenger, Messiah the messenger. The immediate results of this war will be disastrous. Messiah ben Joseph will be killed. Murdered. This is described in the prophecy of Zechariah, one who says of this tragedy that they shall mourn him as one mourns for an only child. Zechariah 12:10. And if they put the two Ooh. Zechariah 12:10. Let's see what they did with the footnotes on this one. And I will pour upon the house of David and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem the spirit of grace and of supplication, and they shall look upon me whom they have pierced. They're going to put Jesus. And they shall mourn for him as one mourneth for his only son. And the bitter, oh my God, they're going to put Jesus. They're going to put Jesus. Oh my God, they're going to put Jesus. It's Joseph Smith and they're going to put Jesus. Here it is, verse 10. Oh, yep. Jesus Christ, second coming. Jesus Christ, crucifixion of. I warned you, I told you, and you don't believe, and there it is. It's Joseph. You got exclusive information rewarded for you for enduring to the end of this video. Zechariah 12:10 is Joseph Smith. Do you not believe the Jews? Do you not believe the Book of Mormon? Do you not believe Joseph? His death will be followed by a period of great calamities. These new tribulations shall be the final test for Mormons, and shortly thereafter, Messiah ben David shall come with a fig leaf. The statue of David is where my associate memory went with the poster on the wall. And the fig leaf. I bet not a single one of you caught on to that, did you? Avenge his death, resurrect him, and inaugurate the messianic era of everlasting peace and bliss. That's why the church did not take the bones of Joseph and Hiram with the Kirtland trade. But it's not resurrection. Joseph Smith erected the church and the temple rituals. Brigham Young insurrected them. That's the war. Joseph was murdered by Brigham. And Brigham Young changed it, just like the Greeks did to the Jerusalem temple, the abomination of desolation, destroying the temple rituals and prostitution. And so I resurrect a second erection of Joseph Smith. And at the same time, it's the Egyptian religion from the Book of Mormon. Because the Jews don't even believe in resurrection. And it's especially noted that the Sadducees did not believe in resurrection. So that's the Matthew author is talking about that, how the Sadducees didn't believe in resurrection. And inaugurate the Messianic era of the everlasting peace and bliss. This, in brief, is the general perception of the second Messiah, the descendant of Joseph through the tribe of Ephraim, the descendant of David. And sure enough, through Hiram. And thus we get to finish it off with the Book of Mormon that no Mormon believes. Wherefore Joseph of Egypt truly saw our day, seer, with prophecy and revelation for a seer, and he obtained a promise of the Lord that out of the fruit of his loins, son of, descendant, The Lord God would raise up, plagiarized from Deuteronomy, the law of the Jews, chapter 18, verse 15, about the Jewish Messiah ben David, a mortal human, a righteous branch. Excuse me. Unto the house of Israel. Not the Messiah, ben David, but a branch which was to be broken off. See how this is following the Jewish understanding of the Jewish Christ. This is your Book of Mormon. This is our keystone. You can't violate the Book of Mormon and preach some other God, some other religion interpretation upon this. Nevertheless, Messiah ben Joseph to be remembered in the covenants of the Lord, that the Messiah ben David should be made manifest. Don't remove that word. You did it in Moroni. Unto them in the latter days. And then it talks about Hanukkah, that tomorrow evening starts. There better be some kind of fulfillment fruit for me on this. You owe me to extend it 3 more months. You owe me something. Anything. I'll take anything. I'm hoping for Nelson. So since I'm extended for 3 more months, 3 more months of Oaks clips. I'll have to transfer the files, put Oaks on my system. Dear God. And so yes, everybody knows that this is Joseph Smith, but nobody wants to put it in connection with, that's what I should do. Messiah ben Joseph with Joseph Smith and 2 Nephi 3:5. Okay. And the Mormons will send hate comments and death threats and thumbs down galore because they won't believe it. Despite how plain, pure, and precious this is, Mormons still won't believe it. They still don't want to be saved. They want to be a part of the insurrection. And so yes, Joseph Smith, which means Messiah ben David comes after him as a mortal human being. This is what they don't want you to know. That's why they don't footnote the Jews. That's why they put Jesus for Messiah. They're lying to you like Donna lied about me, claiming I lied. The photo or picture of David. Michelangelo's David. I'd put that up, but YouTube has those Mormon standards and values. Although I could put a fig leaf over it. We're doing that. Oh my god. Where would I put it? I could put it over here maybe. Or make it smaller over here. Or maybe I can just go over here. Hilarious. So yeah, you're supposed to judge me by my fruit, Mormons. Real simple. And so I've been doing videos, giving you scriptures galore, and you still won't believe. But again, to wrap up what I talked about in the beginning, this is what it means, Mormons. Section 107, verse 91 and 92. This is what Mormons are in denial of. And again, the duty of the president of the office of the high priesthood is to preside over the whole church and to be the man like Moses of Deuteronomy 18:15, the Jewish Christ, Messiah ben David, Emmanuel. Here's wisdom. To be a seer, a revelator, a translator, and a prophet, having all the gifts of God, which he bestows upon only the head of his church. And I just demonstrated the gift of translator, seer, revelator, and prophet, but specifically translator. And Mormons can't make that leap. That Nelson is a fraud. That they need to transfer it to me. Because I have the gifts by which you can judge me for. I have the keys of Moses. If you paid attention in 2020. I'm him. This isn't a self-fulfilling prophecy. I'm not just saying it like the prophets do as a title, denying the power of prophecy. This is how deeply you are indoctrinated in bondage to this church. That you attack me, that you hate me, that you want to hurt me, destroy me, and murder me. To prove the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is true? What the hell is wrong with you? I just got bad news yesterday that I've got to wait another 3 months. And this is how you treat me? Oh my God. Okay, we're done.